What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. I really do appreciate you being here. If you are new here, hey, how you doing? My name's Chris, and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Now, it's week 117 of me reselling online, and I was actually thinking about it this week. You know, what is it that I want to talk about? What is the story for this week? What is the message for this week? And the more I started thinking about it, I realized, well, it's been a very simple week. Not much has happened other than just getting back into the groove since being away and just working towards moving forwards to the goals and, you know, the milestones that I want to be achieving. And actually just working on the next steps and making those things happen. And then it hit me. Like, I realized that is the message. That's what I want to talk about today. It's not about this one secret thing that's going to elevate the progress of your business. It really just comes back to keeping things moving and working towards the next steps and your goals. And as cliche as it is, that's really what the big story is. The progress, the daily reps, the daily intention, and the work is the only way to get to where you want to be. But there are some training wheels and I guess some, what do you call it? Like some barriers that I believe we can put up in place to keep myself in check and that you could use to keep yourself in check. And I think these are of value to be shared. So that's what I have for you today. Now, if you do stick around, I also do have a business update for the week, how we have progressed, and I've also got some show and tell. So let's dive in. So as I was saying, making progress is key to getting the results that we want. Now, this is a very common topic that I talk about here on the channel. I speak about it in my podcast all the time, like a broken record. I also talk about it in my running videos, and I talk about it in these reselling videos or these small business mindset videos as well, because that's the key to it. But there are some elements in which we need to also consider to help the progress be effective or more effective. And number one, and it's probably really the only thing I'm going to talk about today, is stop kicking the bucket down the road. Now, I have a tendency to do this. I'll put my hand up. I'll be the first to say it. And I'm getting better at addressing it and getting better at fixing that little problem that I make. We need to stop delaying the actions, usually the uncomfortable or the required effort work we need to do to get the results. It's that simple. What does that mean? Well, it means listing, it means sorting, it means photos, it means all those things. All those things that come very relevant to selling online, predominantly a reselling business or any small business for that matter. There's a whole lens here, which all of that comes back to. You need to do the uncomfortable or the required work effort in order to get to where you want to be. Let's talk about listing. Listing is the lifeline or the blood that keeps our business running when selling or reselling online on eBay. So we need to stop listing things which are less likely to sell or have a slow sell-through rate or won't be worth your time. Yet we still continue to do it. I know I do it, and it frustrates me, it annoys me. This is a video just as much to myself than it is to you. And the reason why is because we set listing goals. We set goals that say, okay, I want to do 10 listings today, or 5 listings today, or 20 listings today, or 50 listings today. And we get so fixated on this listing goal that that's our focus. We're focusing on, okay, I need to get 20 listings today, or 15 listings today. Therefore, all I need to do is find these 20 items to list. But those 20 listings, or that X amount of listings, they all need to be worth it. They all need to be 20 items that are going to sell quickly. We don't want to be listing items that are going to take 1 year, 2 years to sell and only have a $9 ASP. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I understand that as part of a learning experience, we do need to do that at the start because we need to learn what works, what doesn't work, figure out our groove, figure out what we'd like to sell, and that's okay. That's part of the learning experience. And as you gain that understanding, we're going to be able to progress forward. And I'm going to talk about that shortly. But it would rather be better to list 10 items which will sell within a week with a $40 ASP. So much better. Yet it takes time to get to this point, but also it requires research. So my message here is let's list, but let's list smartly. We have to continue to do that work. We have to continue to figure out how do we show up, how do we do the reps, how do we do better working results. So when we remove this listing goal mentality and just work towards, yes, I want consistent listings, but I want products which present value and a high sell-through rate, things are going to start to move in the direction that you want quicker. Same thing applies when we're sorting and quality checking items. Research enables understanding of items we have. Yet we continue to delay the sorting, the quality checking, the researching, and going through the opportunity or potential that we have. Now, who here has a def pile, right? There's nothing wrong with a def pile. Def piles are great. It means we've got stock. We can sort through it and go through it. But how many times, and tell me this in the comments, how many times have you delayed getting to your def pile, or something that, oh, I don't want to be bothered researching that, or it's too much hard work, or you don't think it's going to be worth your time? You go do the research, you list it, and it sells instantly, and you make some good coin. It's happened far too many times, and ridiculous amounts of money worth. And that's because when we sort and when we research and when we learn, it gives us better opportunity. So when we research, we need to be seeing, is this item good? So we need to look for more of those items in the future. Is this item bad? Therefore, we never have to look for it again. Now that that's done, we all of a sudden know what we need to be doing, and we can increase that process. We can make that process quicker when we're sourcing and when we're, sorting through items or going through def piles. And as I said, how many of you have gone through or delayed going through items that have been sitting around, and then you realize you have a gold mine, right? It happens all the time. Now, I believe this actually applies to all working ways across our business. Whether you're in reselling, small business, whatever it is, the logic and the mentality, it all applies. Stop delaying the hard work now for short-term pain, which will bring you long-term gain or forever gain. It's that simple. It really is. And I know I say these things so simply and I just throw it out there, but that's the reality of it. Like when we do something in advance, for instance, when we build a SKU system, it's going to take a lot of effort at the front, right? But then as you go down the line, as you have a volume of 1, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 items, that SKU system is going to make your life so much easier. When we have processes in place, how we go about our workflows, how we go about doing something, what is the procedure in which we list an item, or how we photograph an item, or how we clean an item. Again, it's going to make the longevity of volume of items so much easier. When we build a buying list, when we create a buying list of like, these are the items I'm going to buy, these are the items I'm not going to buy, creating a list of rules of engagement. Again, what are the items I'm going to buy? Why do they tick off? What's the quality? What's the ASP? What's the cost price? All these different things that are going to enable you to have a checklist. That means that these things will sell. These things are going to make you lots of money. Now, when you can build that consistency, when you can build that quality, you're going to start to see the results. And that is actually how we are putting in the work on a daily and on a regular basis to ensure that our business, or in this case, my business, is moving forwards and actually making progress to where I want it to be. That's it. That's all I wanted to share. And together, we need to stop making these mistakes. I need to stop making these mistakes. But I wanted to also share this. It's kind of like a video to myself, right? And share back to you that I make these mistakes. I think you're probably making these mistakes, and that's okay. But let's address them, let's fix them, and let's move on. Let's do it. Yeah? Share with me below one thing that you keep delaying. Share with me below one thing that you need to fix. And let's keep each other accountable. Alright, if you're stuck around this long, let's dive into what's been selling and the progress for the week, and then we're going to dive into some show and tell. So interestingly, this week has been a bit of another roller coaster, surprise, surprise, and we've seen a lot of items going through. I'm just pulling this up right now, and we can see we've had a lot of clothes going out. We've had $809 worth of clothes. That's like your shirts and things like that. So your tops. Jeans did bring in about $225 as well. The other big wins for this week has been electronics, video games. We've had a bit of Lego, DVDs flying out the door, and then there's been a bit of toys, books right there down at the bottom. Crazy. And then CDs actually being the very bottom. So huge variety this week. In terms of the actual top items, or some of the top items that have been selling this week within some of those categories, and this is not all my items, again, I don't share all my items, I'm just giving you some insights of different things that have been selling. Top item number one for this week was this PS1 white console and controller. Came with cords and things like that. This one cost me $12.12. Got this from the video game lot that I got from Vinny's. Been able to sell this for $122, that's posted, and walked away with a profit of $80.10 after fees and postage. Top item number two for this week was these Tommy Flipbot robots. Now these also I got these from Vinny's not that long ago actually. I paid $3.89 for these. This was as a bundle, and I've been able to sell these for $77 with postage and walked away with $52 after fees and postage back into my pocket. Now, top item number three, bit of a story for this one, a Pendleton long sleeve pure virgin wool shirt. I actually already sold this once. It went all the way over to UK. It's an extra large. The person said, this doesn't fit me. Extra large always fits me, but this is not an extra large. And I'm like, well, it says extra large and I've got the measurements there, and he says I didn't read the measurements. So I happily did a return. He had to pay for the return. I refunded him, got the shirt back. I've just sold it again. This one cost me $12, but technically I've already weighed out that cost of $12. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing. Anyway, I sold this one for $69.50 locally. So walked away with $37.82 after fees and postage. So pretty cool to see that one go out for the second time so quickly. I literally picked it up at the start of this week, like from the post office. And then the final item that I want to share this week is this Garfield comics book bundle of 17 books. Now, I'd been selling a lot of Garfield books. They just were not moving by themselves. I bundled them all up, about 17 of them. Works out to be about $17 because there was $1 per book, and I've been able to sell them for $68, and after fees and postage walked away with $31.41. Not too bad. So it's been an interesting week with the types of items I've been selling. A very lucrative week. And if we jump over and actually have a look how the week has actually progressed, we've done 94 sales. Anyway, 94 sales. We've done a total of $2,700 in revenue. Cost of goods was $523. Profit was around $1,063 for this week. Not a huge ASP number, but I'm very comfortable and happy with this. And average cycle time of these items actually moving was about 116 days. So there you go. That has been the week. It's been a bit of a slow week. It started off a bit slow, and then the weekend has actually kicked off and made things move in the right direction. And I'm also been trying to send out coupons, been trying to send out ways of trying to get more sales, and also working through getting better stock listed. So it comes back to the work you're putting in, guys. And as I said, I'm not here to tell you that you need to be doing this many listings, but also you need to be listing things that are going to sell. And I'm talking to myself. There's so much crap in my store that I have not cleaned out since way back when. I've got things in there which I'm slowly pulling out and culling. I talk about this on a regular basis, but at the same time, I also need to spend my time doing things which is enabling the business to grow, but also enabling the business to get leaner and greener. And what I mean by that is it might have less in the store, but the sell-through rate and the item selling is actually what's driving a lot of my sales. I've got over 3,500 items listing. I've got about 1,100 sales in the last 90 days. Sell-through rate ain't bad, but there's probably a lot of fat in that, which meaning in that 3,500 that they're not going to move anytime soon. I'd probably be better off pulling them out and actually just starting to progress them as a bulk. And there's nothing wrong with the items. They're just not items that are going to sell on a quick basis. Maybe if I bundle them together, which is what I did with the Garfield comic books, and boom, they sold pretty quick. So again, I'm always be learning, and the same thing applies to you. When we start to do that, we'll start to see the results that we really want to see. All right, if you're stuck around this long, let's dive into some show and tell. Howdy team, all right, so it is actually Sunday. I'm here in advance of Monday to just do a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of shuffling, and also prep some orders to print out and do all that tomorrow. I'm not doing the picking, packing, and posting necessarily today. I will get out a whole bunch and show you. I probably will pack some stuff, but really just shuffling a few things and just planning on some of the next steps. So just here doing that, and got myself a cheeky coffee as well. All right, so I'll show you what we got. Yeah, let's do it. All right, done a bit of a cleanup, a bit more room around here, which is quite nice. A lot of this all has to go back. There was just empty stuff now. So this is much better, a bit more wiggle room. I've also cleaned up a bit over here. I'm going to be checking out a whole big electronic deal hopefully tomorrow, so I want to make some space for that, and just cleaned up a little bit of room here, cleaned up a bit of room here, yeah, and then put all the collectibles up here and stuff. So getting a bit more room. Still got to clean up a fair bit here as well, but not too fast for that. Anyway, let's show you what's going out for Monday morning. Got this little guy. He's gone for like 20 bucks. This guy's gone for 65, I think it was. This is the big bowler for the week. This one right here, which you would have seen last week, it's gone for like 330, I think it was. It's gone over to Canada. We've got some jeans going out. We've got some Phantom comic stuff going out that's gone over to Canada as well. Video game, movies, media, just the usual stuff. Not many books actually, guys. This guy has gone out for like 15 bucks. We've got Splinter of the Mind's Eye, that's gone out for like 20 bucks. And this guy's gone all the way over to Italy, actually, which I'm a bit iffy about Italy, but here's what it is. We've got some North Face going out. We've got some, what's that? That's Lacoste and a Dragon Ball Z shirt also going out. That's gone over to the US. pretty happy with that, and a few other things just under there. So not much. I'm going to pack all this up now so it's ready to go Monday morning, and yeah, should be pretty good day Monday. Alright team, we're back, and it's Monday morning. I've got about 9 more items I need to pack. I packed all this last night, I've got to do all those today. So I'm going to get out a couple more items and then get them packed, and then I'm off to do a new sourcing run that I've never actually, well sorry, I have done it before, but this time it's a little bit more formalized, meaning something what hopefully will be a test run of something that will be on a more regular basis. I can't really talk too much about it at this point just because I haven't necessarily locked it in, and I will be a bit quiet about it just because obviously it's a supplier, but new alternative sourcing method, I should say. So I'm going to be doing a bit of that today. I'll be giving more updates on this on a regular basis as it progresses, but not too much. But anyway, sorry for all the cloak and dagger. We'll talk about it later. Let's pack some orders. All right, a couple more items going out, a couple more DVDs. We've got Twilight Director's Notebook, that's gone for 22. We've got a couple of pair of jeans, some Levi's, that's a repeat seller, and some Diesel. These have gone out to the same people. Roots, these actually do really well, actually. Usually multiple buyer, so pretty happy with that. That's it, I'm gonna pack these up, get all this out, and head on out. So it's a quick one today, guys, but just trying to get things done, and I'm very motivated at the moment, so can't waste time. Let's rock and roll. Howdy team, it is Wednesday, a bit out of routine today, actually here early. I got here at about 7 AM and actually just doing a few things before I go to backpacks today, simply because it's a long weekend coming up. I want to get these stuff out for the customers, but also I'm doing a lot of stuff at home at the moment, so I'm wanting to make sure I can spend full days there getting stuff done, just doing sorting, got a whole bunch of new stock and just things like that. So quickly take you through what we've got. We've got this handbag going out, that went for $32. We've got a Stranger Things going out for $20. This guy went for 14. This guy's going for like 26. A couple of DVDs here, nothing too exciting. Some Goosebumps going out. They've been pretty popular of recent if you've got a lot of them. Got some Harry Potter going out. Got some jeans, got some North Face. We've got a IP phone, more DVDs and some books. What do we got here? These guys. PlayStation 1. We've got more clothes, shirts, shorts, all that jazz, jeans, and this is a bundle going out too. So pretty happy with this, and we're currently, that's 26 items going out. One thing, someone just paid for something which is already at home, so I keep my Lego at home. I'm probably going to have to start bringing it here, I think. So they'll have to go out later. I'll just take the box and everything and print off the label, and then I've got the post office right near home, so that's pretty handy. All right, let's pack it up and get out of here. Just wanted to give you a quick update. Business is going good. It's going good. Just got to keep at it. All right, let's rock and roll. Howdy team, it is Thursday today, 6th of April, and just sending out a few things just before the long weekend because I don't want them sitting around. So got a few things going out here. Got this Garfield bundle. This has gone for like $65. Just moving stock, has been sitting for a while. This guy's gone out pretty well as well. Went, I think it was 55, 45, somewhere there. A couple of bundles here. We've got Perfect Crimes going out. There's also these two little fellas have gone out for 75. Well, that's including postage. Got some Pokemon stuff going out. Big shout out to John and Adam from Books Along with Stuff. They did 2 ETB breaks, or 1 each last night. Really do appreciate you, so thanks for that. They're going out. Got some more DVDs going out here. It's been a DVD kind of week. Some Lego moving as well. A North Face jacket. Yeah, it's been pretty quiet this week actually. It is what it is. Let's pack it up and get out of here. Well, there you go, team. Really do appreciate being here. If you do have any questions, comments, thoughts, chuck them down below. You can check out some of my other videos as well. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.